What's up, everyone? This is DYANAROZAY. Welcome to my channel. I see 73 people are in the chat. You joined me so far. You guys already know what to do. If you can hear the sound of my voice, please shout out your city and state. Make sure that you hit the like button on your way in. Or, if you've been here for a minute, go ahead and hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the channel. Hello, everyone. Hey to all the mods. What's up, Linda Gamble? Thank you. Anyone that you see with a purple wrench behind their name, they are here to make sure you have a good time in the chat. Okay, so here we go. I see Lansing, Michigan. I see Camden, New Jersey, New York City. What's up? Memphis. How you doing? Come on in. Montgomery, Orange, New Jersey. What's up? What's up? Baltimore, Maryland. ATL is in the house. Hey, ATL. Fayetteville, Tennessee. What's up? Louisville, Kentucky. Indianapolis. What's up? Come on in. Come on in. Hey, Nola, darling. The DMV is here. New Jersey again. Texas. Boston, Massachusetts. What's up? West Palm, Florida. Hey, girl. I see Texas again. Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, come on in. I appreciate every one of you. Tacoma, Washington, I believe that is. Come on in. Come on in. Monroe. Come on in. Thank y'all. I appreciate you so much. I love to see where all of you are coming from before we get started. It literally, I get so excited to see that so many people tune in from all over to watch my content. So thank you so much. We are about to get it started. Uh-oh. Hey, C. Rich, I see you. Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you for blessing the channel. Gave me a $49.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Love you, honestly. Okay, keep coming in. Keep coming in. All right. Let me get these banners down so that you can see my face. I can't see your face, but I can see you guys typing. Let's see. I'm taking this one down. That is the thumbnail for today. We're doing an open panel. Well, hi, everybody. Come on in. We're doing an open panel today. So we're going to chit chat about Saturday's episode, which I thought was phenomenal. If you guys not have an opportunity to see my review, please check it out. Here is the title of the review. I called it You're Dead to Me, A Family Divided, because that was a very layered episode. I don't know if you guys, sometimes we see things with one lens. You might have to watch it a couple of times, but they did a great job at bringing us Saturday's episode, okay? So hopefully you had an opportunity to see my review, which I did with my sister, Clone. We have reviewed all 6 of season 6B. We've reviewed all 6 of those, and it's been really great to have her. She's enjoying it. A lot of you have been commenting that you love it. We are giving a very different perspective than you may hear from other channels. So I'm not going to do the review again, of course. This is an open panel, so you guys get to come up and talk about the show. There's some other things that went down in the aftermath of the show, like this right here. Destiny Payton, who used to be a cast member for Love and Marriage Huntsville. She's in a bit of trouble right now. She has also, she's in a Crime Stoppers video, child. Check this out. Here's the audio for that.
Destiny Payton Williams is accused of forging her ex-husband's name on a utilities contract without his knowledge. Destiny Payton Williams is accused of forging her ex-husband's name on a utilities contract without his knowledge.
So it looks like Destiny's ex-husband, father of the child they share, looked like he put the brakes on Destiny. He is upset. I don't know when this happened. They didn't give us a time frame. They are asking that people turn her in for a $1,000 reward of all things. That's humiliating. I know that she was at Stormy's TikTok party, I believe, over the weekend. Stormy is making big numbers over there on TikTok. And so TikTok has honored her. She went out to, I think, the headquarters the same week that they had the reunion, I believe. So that's a shame. I was actually I feel bad for her a little bit. Damn, what is going on? A utilities contract. So I don't know what that would be for exactly. I don't know if it's maybe her business or, Madani. Maybe it was Madani. And maybe she left some bills unchecked or unpaid for. And so he ended up doing some things. You know what I'm saying? We have another thing that we can talk about outside of the show, and that is Miss British Williams. You guys know that she was also found guilty of all kinds of fraud, bad checks, just doing all kinds of horrible stuff. Anyway, she pleaded guilty to that, I believe, in May of this year, and she was waiting for sentencing. They said she could get up to 15 years, and today she actually was found. They actually gave her 4 years, so she was sentenced to 4 years in prison. I believe I know she has at least one baby. I feel like she has two, and they're young too, so they're about to lose their mother for some dumb okay? That's crazy. And then we have also Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I don't know if you've been paying attention to this story. Beverly Hills, they be having some $1 million scams over there. Um, looks like Mauricio is still in trouble. I think they said it was like a Ponzi scheme almost, but he had flipped a $32 million mansion for 70 million. And I guess people felt like it was a fraud. There were some things that went down that should not have. He didn't follow some rules in order to get this mansion sold. And what they're saying now is that he had hid some text messages when they were doing the original investigation. They dropped the original investigation and they have brought it back this year, just a couple of weeks ago, actually, saying that those text messages have been found and he can be in some real hot water, like going to jail hot water. Anyway, yesterday he was in court and I guess he was being a little cocky with the judge. So the judge laid his ass out and let him know this is nothing to play with. He's not on television. He's in his courtroom and he'll make sure that he goes to jail. Okay. He gave him a little pep talk to get him together. That is why they cancel Mauricio's show. Oh, yes. Thank you. Y'all know he had his own show. And yeah, they ended up canceling it. So he thought he had, that it was over. Imagine thinking you have this big thing on your shoulders, all this scandal, millions and millions of dollars. It goes away because they can't find anything. And then the government said, child, we done got some more stuff. So you're back in court again. So that's what's going on with him right now. I'm about to drop the link because, again, this is open panel. If you guys watched the show, hopefully you did on Saturday. If not, watch it. It's a great show. If you didn't, hopefully you watched my review. Let's see how many people are watching right now. I have 251 of you right now in the chat, 141 likes. So keep hitting the like button for me, please, and thank you. Until y'all can get the same number of likes for those watching. And let's see what else. Woo. Let me make sure that I get this. Let me put my screen up. I'm about to drop the link and y'all can come on up, okay? We're going to get this party started right now. So we got a lot to talk about. And if you guys have some other things that is in the news, I want to keep it to the subjects we see, but here we go. So, oops, nope, that's not it, child. Did that wrong. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Somehow kind of way I lost my join. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm not sure what happened there. All right, let's get this link up for you now. This should work. This should work. Okay. Here you go. And then I'm gonna pin this, but you can join the panel. Hopefully that link works. If not, we'll figure it out. We'll do it again. Okay. Link is up, and come on down, join the panel. If you are someone that's been on the panel before and I recognize you, if you don't want to take your Avi down so that we can see your face, that's okay. I would love to see your beautiful faces though, because y'all be having plenty to say. So I want to make sure that we get to see everybody. But if I don't get to see your face, if you haven't been on the panel before, go ahead and just let me see, take your Avi down so that I can see you first. And welcome again. I see more people joining the chat for the mods. So thank you, mods. I see y'all. I actually have to send you guys an email or have you contact me on IG, okay? All of my mods contact me on IG. I have something for you, okay? And oh, look, we got y'all up here. So thank you. Come on up. Come on up. All right. What's going on, y'all? Can I hear you?
Hey.
Hey, Josie. Hey, Lady D Keys. Okay, Lady D Keys came up first. I have her speak. And Josie, I'm gonna have you put your mute back on.
Okay.
And let's get it cracking, child. What do you want to start with?
Girl, you already know what I want to start with. Let's toss, honey. Oh, child. You know, that's what I've been waiting for the last, month? So, whoo.
Okay, so I'm assuming you are referring to this. Let me get the picture. Let me get the picture.
Yes, get that picture, girl.
Okay, child.
Woo. She was like, oh my goodness, this is what we doing. This is what we on. Ain't that what Mel's shirt said? This is what we on. No, it said I'm on what you on. I'm on what you on.
I'm on what you on, right? I remember the day she had, took this picture, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cute shirt." I didn't actually know what it said because it's, the letters were backwards. But when I saw her pull up, and Kimmy was like, "What's your shirt say?" I was like, "Oh hell, that's the shirt she wore that day." She had posted that. She knew what she was doing.
Yes, and I was like, I like that shirt though. I kind of want one myself.
I know.
I like that.
So for the occasion. I said she had that one made special for the occasion.
Yes, cause and then when Martell came in and he was trying to holler at her or talk to her, say hi, whatever, she was like, I ain't got nothing to say to you. I'm gonna play these spades. I'm talking to Nell, and Chris, and
Yep.
I ain't got nothing for you, bro. But that doggone toss, honey. Oh wait. And I just wonder what was in the cup.
Child, it looked like something brown. What I can tell you is that Melody said, I threw drinks, because we know that Melody done tossed some things at my house here a couple of times. I literally was talking about that to my sister. I was like, I remember when she threw, was it nail her crystal across the room? I was like, that could have been a heirloom. She threw that mess so hard at Martell's head.
Yes, I was cracking up. I was cracking up. I enjoyed that. I was like, I don't condone violence, but at the same time, honey, you can't sit up there and ignore me. You hear me talking.
You know what the part of this scene was? I will say this, Lady D, is that if you were paying attention, you would have saw that they, like I said in the review, that felt like they were antagonizing the hell out of her.
Yes.
Like she didn't have any, listen, what is going on? Why aren't you? And because we've seen scenes where people just ignore her. Remember Kimmy and Stormy when she first came into Melody's her skincare event when she had the launch and Stormy was ignoring her. Then Kimmy did that little thing and she was just sitting there like, what am I watching? Because, and I remember her, I asked her about it. She said something like, we have been talking all the way up into that scene. Like, I thought we left good. Like, I didn't think anything wrong. So she felt ambushed. And I think she probably had a flashback, like, what the hell is this? Especially since Marceau was very welcoming. And the rumor is about him. He was very welcoming when he saw Kiki and her husband come in. So,
Yeah, he was, but Tisha wasn't. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You get to hug my husband, but
mhm.
you don't want to hug me?
Yeah. Okay.
Girl, you childish and you just ridiculous.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
I get it, but at the end of the day, you don't get to hug my husband and not hug me. Girl,
Right.
you done lost your mind. I would have said the same thing. You was just dumb and stupid. This is stupid.
And
You
recognize.
don't get to disrespect me and think that it's okay. And
Mhm.
I'm sitting here trying to talk to Stormy, and you sitting up here being all loud and ghetto.
For sure. So I have people in the back. I can see you guys, but for whatever reason, it's saying your device is not connected. So if you want to like come back in, maybe drop out and come back in, and I can bring you up on the panel. Sorry about that, Lady D. Okay,
Oh,
but
you
yeah, definitely 100% was antagonizing that girl, antagonizing her completely. Even when Stormy is sitting there like, what? Like she's trying to figure out what is going on. Why are you acting like y'all don't see this girl? She is clearly upset. Why
right,
one that's trying to keep her cool?
right. And then she said, I don't know what she said, but when she said it, she just took and tossed that drink her way. I
She did.
said, honey, I
She did.
don't blame you. I
She
don't
did.
blame you at all. You did you I don't like I said, I don't condone the violence. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you got what you asked for. I'm
Yeah.
giving you your wish. I loved it. I'm sorry. I loved it.
The way Martell ran when they threw them cards, and the way Martell was like, gotta go.
And you know when he turned his back, you know he was laughing.
For
You
sure.
know he had to be laughing because I was cracking up. I said, "This is what she get." I was happy to see Jalen though, because we
Yeah.
ain't seen him all season.
It's been nice to see him come back. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Um,
So I I'm just looking forward to seeing the aftermath of this weekend
yeah,
after this string
I
toss, because
agree.
I know it's gonna be something. But why in the world do you stand behind you run around the corner to stand behind your wife
Mm-hmm.
so she can get hit instead of you get hit?
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
somebody gonna get hit, it need to be you instead
Listen,
of your wife.
we need to start with that. We need to start with the fact that Marceau saw Amin coming and he ran in a circle like, what you won't do is outrun me. That's how Marceau played him.
Right. That that's the truth right there. But at the end of the day, you can't be standing behind your wife and think your wife gonna shield you,
Yeah.
and you ain't trying to shield your wife.
Yeah. The fact that Tisha was standing there like she didn't know what to do just in the center, like, okay, okay, okay. I was like, oh my God. And the way they had all just pushed Kiki, like, you gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. Even Jalen pushing, making her like, leave the space, which child, I get it. I get it. Like everybody was shocked. I do think that was, I don't think it was, planned. I think they really was shocked. And I also
Right.
think, I
But did
also,
you see Mel's face? Was she?
she was like, what happened? She just literally was like, I cannot believe my eyes. But I was like, Mel, now you threw some drinks and you threw some things at people's heads
No,
before.
not Mel, but Nell.
Now,
Nell. Yes, Nell.
yeah, they all just was sitting there with their mouth open. Nell just was like playing mommy at this point, trying to dab Tisha off. But Tisha looked broken when she realized that listen, y'all told her y'all didn't want to hear it, and she said she was gonna get it out. When she sat at the table and started screaming it out loud, to everybody, this is what went down. Her.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, she's telling it anyway. And then you could just see. Now, Marceau sitting there with that cigar, Marceau's demeanor never changes when she
Right.
is accusing him of everything. But Tisha, she sunk. I don't know if y'all saw that, but she dropped.
Mhm.
There was, I mean, you
Mhm.
could see her. She was heartbroken. And I was like, damn, this is horrible.
But why would you be heartbroken when you weren't heartbroken for Mel when she was going through the same thing that you're going through now? You were smiling and you was laughing and you
Hindsight
was
is
happy.
2020. Hindsight is 2020. When somebody else is doing it, you might not feel it the same. When it's happening to you, you gonna feel it. And the fact that her husband was sitting beside her with that damn cigar in his mouth, like he was Bill Clinton or somebody, and he never broke. It didn't bother him. He didn't jump. He didn't flinch. He didn't nothing. She was saying all his business. It
Mhm.
Tisha who dropped. And I don't care what anybody say. It was Tisha. She was hurt. And Kiki was like, you gonna get this pain, baby. Just like you trying to make me feel something, you're gonna get it too.
Because she was talking about Kiki when the Crime Stoppers came out. But it's okay. It's okay for you to talk about that, but it's not okay for Kiki to get the information about your husband that's
Yeah.
been going around. But it's
Try.
okay for you to talk about Kiki with the Crime Stoppers. Now, she sat up there and she told Kiki, don't talk about her marriage.
No,
But
that's true.
it's okay for you to talk about Kiki and the Crime Stoppers. Girl, bye.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
you told her to keep her marriage out her mouth.
That's right.
But
Keep it.
you can't keep her out your mouth. Girl, have
Listen,
self-esteem. That's why I don't like Tisha, because Tisha always sit up there and want to play victim.
listen.
But when it's
Roxy
huh,
said, Roxy said, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Marceau
oh,
didn't have his wife's back. Poor excuse for a man. Roxy, on point. That's what I
true.
was looking at. I was like, the two people that's involved in this are sitting at this table, and only one person is reacting in a way that says they are done and they are hurt. The other one act like they didn't give a damn. Okay. Even
Right.
even how he greeted them. Hola, Idi Amin, or Kiki Amin, the way he said it, I was like, oh, he don't give a damn. He don't care.
He
So
don't.
he
He
don't.
trifling. That's all I can say. He trifling.
Right. So
But both of them. Both
but
of them.
so I'm gonna move to Josie. I know that you dropped down because I think you had technical difficulty. So I'm gonna go to Josie, then we're gonna go to Golden. Okay. So you can stay up if you'd like to, Miss Lady D. We'll keep it moving, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thanks, honey. Okay, go
You're
ahead, Josie. How you doing?
Good. Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
welcome.
What scene you want to talk about?
Um, the first thing I want to talk about is Courtney and Stormy.
Okay.
I'm glad that Courtney did not go to the barbecue because certain people you can't just be around because they will make you want to put your hands on them. So I'm glad that Courtney realized, like, hey, I can't be around Marcel. I'm not even gonna put myself in that space for me to put my hands on him. So I know what I can do, and I'm not gonna.
Listen, the way he said, Marceau F's it up for everybody, don't he? I'm not going.
Yeah. That-
I
but I would be Courtney in these situations because Martell would, and Marceau and Maurice, they would make you put your hands on them.
hollered. I thought that was the funniest scene. I was like, that's something my husband would say. Oh, you going? Yeah, you going too. Oh no. And you ain't going. Okay. He done effed it up for everybody. And that's it. Listen, at the end of the day, when you know that you are going to be triggered to the point of where you want to put your hands on,
Right.
don't go. Don't go. Okay, what else you got, child?
I cannot believe Martell put his little nasty little hands on Mel. I'm like, I was so disgusted.
Yes.
I cannot be Mel. When I say God is still working on me, because the way I would have stood up and backhanded Martell for
Mhm.
putting his hands on me, don't you ever in life put
Right.
your nasty little hands on me.
Listen. And everybody kept saying, and I could see how people were thinking that it was Melody who spoke to him. I don't think she said hi, Martell. I think that was definitely Neil. But Melody, the way that cameraman catches Melody's mouth, she's speaking to someone. But I think it was about the card game. I don't think it had anything to do with him. I think she was doing her best to treat him like he was the breeze, just like Tisha and Marceau was treating Kiki like she was a breeze. You're not talking to me, sir. Talk to the people that's talking back to you. But he was like, I'm going to pat that arm and make sure you know I'm talking to you. And then he had the nerve to be offended, standing there looking around like, what is this about? Get your ass on someplace. Nobody's talking to you. He is a lame. He is a
See,
lame.
that's what someone else said too. They said, "Oh, Mill was speaking." I thought she was talking about the card game. She wasn't talking to Martell. You
Yeah,
can even tell in her mannerisms, like when you speak to someone, you look up and say, "Hey, how you doing?" She didn't
it,
do that. She was still playing cards.
yeah, it was how they edited. They wanted to
Right.
like it happened that way, but when Neil and Chris goes into confessional, they actually said she didn't speak. And Neil said, I see both sides. I understand why she wouldn't. So for sure, 100%. 100%. So
And then the only thing that I would tell Kiki is you can't snatch cards out of someone's hand. You
thank
know,
you.
that's what I will say because Stormy, she was trying to like do both, trying to like play cards, listen to them, then listen to Kiki. And she was kind of like in the middle and it was very awkward. And then with Kiki just snatching the cards out of her hand, I do not agree with that. You know, because someone could really take offense to that. Like someone like me, you
And
know, you snatching something out of my hand. You know, don't do that. I'm trying to listen to you. At the same time, I don't play golf cards. Like I don't really care about all this y'all got going on.
I'm
So, you know, that's what I will say. But I can say that Kiki is fed up. She is hurt. Tisha is her cousin. And
yeah,
for, you know, for her to say, I was going to come to you with this information. I wanted you to come over. We can talk about this information. But
yeah,
then Tisha, oh well, you then she talking about you should have been told me, you should have been she tried to, but you don't want to hear it. You so mad at her, you so mad at Kiki's makeup artist, but you're not mad at the two people that you should be mad at. Your
that's
makeup artist and Marcel.
exactly what
So
you said. And
I
and
think
listen, I agree with everything you said. First, I want to thank Niecy Smith for blessing the channel. I appreciate you, Miss Niecy. I appreciate you so much. But I want to say this. Um, when they did the flashback scene and they showed Tisha and Kiki at the kickboxing thing, and Tisha said, I don't know how we're going to get back on track, because Tisha was like, I'm kind of done with you. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm kind of cool where we are. And it was Kiki who said, I really want to make amends. It was Kiki who said that. And I think we forget that. She said, I believe that, we're never going to have this issue again. Tisha said, I want you to keep my marriage out of your mouth. And she said, I don't think we're ever going to have this problem again, which is why she says when she's talking to Mel, I had to pray on whether or not to even talk to her about it, because she already told me she don't want to hear this from me. So Tisha is pissed, and I'm sure it has, Tisha and Marceau. I shouldn't just say Tisha. Tisha's pissed. But when you see how Marceau is sitting in that same scene, smoking a cigar and not giving, not caring, listen, I'm good. You can say I was messing. I had a threesome, a foursome, whatever, a quadruple sum, whatever you want to say.
right.
Give a damn. But it did not move him. And this is a person who just the scene before said, I'm canceling the Better on Black because I don't want anything like that associated with my business. But you're okay with this woman saying that this is the story, because you are shitting where you eat at this point, Marcel. That woman works for Tisha. Like, she spends time with Tisha, and then they're all sharing information as a group. That's ugly.
I feel like Marcel knows that Tisha ain't going nowhere. If Tisha goes somewhere, it will take Marcel to leave her.
Fact.
And he knows, in my opinion, I don't know. Um, but in my opinion, they have something to where he don't have to talk about these allegations against him. So he's just sitting back chilling, like, I ain't gonna talk about this. I ain't gotta talk about this. Let her go ahead and talk and talk and talk. But it is bothering Tisha because, in my opinion, I feel like she's just one of those people that know but don't want to see the truth. Because if she see the truth, then she gotta accept it, she gotta deal with it, she gotta go through it. So she's just like, I don't want to see it. And so if I was Kiki, once I realized that she was that person that I don't want to see a type of person, oh, you ain't gotta worry about me no more. You ain't got
Listen,
to worry about me telling you nothing else no more. I understand Kiki's point of view, where she trying to bring it to her with it being so close like that to the show and to them, with Tisha being her cousin and stuff like that. But certain people just got to cut off. And
mm,
Tisha and Marcel will be one of them. I'll be cordial like, hey and bye, but you got to cut them type of people off. I don't like how they brought Kiki on the show, how she was not able to tell her story, how they told it for her. And I don't like them, that whole situation.
she may be there
And
now, but she wasn't there before. She may be there now, but she wasn't there before. But I'm going to take a poll first because Casino Rules said that she doesn't believe they should have brought the cheating thing back to the show, that they should have kept it dead, like Carlos King said, in the reunion. So I need to get a vote from the audience. If you guys believe that they should have kept it dead, I need you to put a 3 in the chat for they should have kept it dead. And if you are okay with them bringing that back as a storyline to the show, put a 7 in the chat. So 3, they should have kept that dead. We don't care. I don't care if it is on the internet. We don't want to hear it. And then 7, if you thought it was cool to bring it back on. So I see a couple of people, a couple of y'all writing 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay, right now I got more 7s and 3s, child. So a lot of people are okay with them bringing this storyline back on the show. I just wanted to see. I know that we are all different when we watch
yeah,
this. We all seem to have the same feelings about Maurice and Kimmy's storyline, but everybody's okay. It's more 7s than it is 3s, y'all. The 7s win. So people are okay with the storyline. So cool. Okay. Sorry about that, Josie. I have a couple of people that are trying to get in. Hey there. You can stay cammed up if you like. I'm gonna bring you up. Okay. So if one of you would like to drop down, that's okay. But I'm gonna move on to Golden because I know some people are still trying to come on. Okay. And I want to make
I
sure I
can
get.
drop down if someone else wants to come up.
I love you, Josie. Come back, okay?
All right, thank you. Okay, I'll be in the chat.
Okay. Bye. Okay. I think Miss Golden, you're next. What's going on, child? What do you want to?
Hi there.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy
Good.
Tuesday, everyone. If the Josie that was just up is the Josie that I hollered at
Okay.
for Pensacola, hey, Picola Boo.
What do you want to talk about, Golden?
Okay, so I'll just start really quick. The meeting that Mel and Kiki had was pretty cut and dry. It was just a continuation. The
Mm-hmm.
conversation between Maurice and Marceau. I mean, if you got me agreeing with Marceau, like I have a huge. I'm so upset that he actually had me agreeing with Marceau like that. Ugh. But I wish Marceau would just leave. I mean, Maurice would just leave this subject alone.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we don't care. Like, we
No.
don't care. Like, I don't want y'all. I don't want to hear about y'all going to therapy. I don't want to hear about trying to fix Kimmy's libido. At this point, it's just embarrassing.
I
It's
agree.
it's embarrassing at this point. And bring Kiowa back. Can we talk about something else in the Scott 2.0 household? Where Kiowa at?
Can Jalen do another year of college? Give us
Yes.
anything.
Anything. I mean, how about they tell us whether or not Maurice actually practiced law?
Yeah.
Like, how about that? I want to know if he's actually a practicing attorney, because I don't know. At this point, all I hear about is credit one. He didn't even talk about being a lawyer on the panel.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I remember him saying is a 450 credit, and I don't know how that helped anybody in the audience. If we get the barbecue.
Okay, barbecue. Let's get to it.
Okay, I love me some Nell and Fletch, but like they dress like they going out on a date for everything.
I mean, I said they were just happy to be invited to something. Okay.
Like, it's a backyard barbecue. Like,
Finally got invited. Yep.
they,
Wearing hard toe shoes. Hard bottom.
yes, it's a barbecue and y'all in Alabama, please. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But I like them. They are very, very happy to be here. They are coming to America. They're coming to Love and Huntsville.
Yeah.
I I think that Mel always show up. And Mel always show up with food. That
Child.
child gonna go nowhere without food, and she gonna enjoy a meal. I mean, like, she remind me of my baby girl, like humming when I was feeding her when she was a baby. She be humming and just as happy. Mel love a good meal. It's a snack, whether or not it's anything. Baby come to eat. She come to have a good time. She really don't come for the mess.
Yeah, she doesn't. I agree with you. I really, I said, not only did Mel show up, but she showed up with boxes, child.
Yes.
Getting up there, I was like, oh, she ain't gonna let that tea etiquette class go unnoticed. I'm showing up with things.
That's a Southern upbringing. You don't come nowhere without something. I don't care if it's a pack of paper plates. Bring something. Even when you know people don't want you to bring it. It's the courtesy. It's the, you thinking about it. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's your thank you. Tisha is so immature. I'm sure that Marcel had to talk with her about, like, this what we gonna do, because how much force and effort she put into ignoring Kiki. I mean, it was like one of those la 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 la, my fingers in my ears, I can't hear you thing.
100.
It was way over the top. It was too much.
100.
She could have just
The
yes.
fact that she was still dealing cards when she was like, you slept with such a, I was like, he is not budging. He's not giving anybody anything.
No. But Tisha doesn't know how to just sit and do that. She can't. She's too emotionally driven. She can't do it. So I'm sure they had that conversation. But she can't do that. She can't sit and be quiet. She can't just sit and ignore. I don't believe that Kiki is the only person hurt in that relationship. I do believe that Tisha is hurt between what has become of her and Kiki's relationship, even if she doesn't show it, because obviously they're talking in the background.
Right.
For Kiki to say, hey, if you heard something, or for her to say, well, Tisha told me to go and find the information, to go get her the information and bring it back. She posted that. Kiki posted that. I was asked to do this for her.
She said she did. I got the thing right here. Oops, is this the right one? Sorry about that. Nope, that was her. That was the other policy. This is Kiki Jabbar. No, Tisha came to me and said that my makeup artist was responsible for spreading these rumors. I told her I would try to find out what was going on, and she said, okay. Then she got her the info, went to her, and she decided not to show up. She was calling her, and then she wasn't answering the call. So she had made a decision not to move forward with listening to anything Kiki had to say, which also I'm sure would hurt Kiki.
Right.
The day, because we know that she's trying to redeem herself, and you're mad at me for this. Remember when, if y'all remember that scene at the kickboxing thing, remember when Tisha's telling her that she had some medicine in the cabinet for after she had given birth, and she had taken the medicine, and she said when she was trying to get it from her, she was screaming your baby or something like that. Go back and watch it. I didn't go back because I can't give it verbatim, but it was something about like that. When Kiki was sitting there listening to her say that, she was so hurt, and she didn't say, I'm sorry if. She didn't say, Tisha, I'm sorry if you think that or I feel that. She said, I don't remember. And
I don't remember doing that. It hurt her.
She said, I don't remember doing that. And I'm sorry. I am sorry that happened, because all I can do is believe what you tell me I did. So when someone is going through that phase of recovery, it is painful to think that they have this idea of you when you want them to see the new you.
Right.
And so I feel like she was just trying to get back into her good graces and say, Tisha, if my makeup artist is wrong, I'm definitely going to take care of that. But let's find out first what this is. That's what I thought. But anywho, Someone said I accidentally knocked yourself out. Okay, no problem. I'm going to move on to the next because I have a full panel back here waiting to come up. If that's okay, you can stay up here and hang out for a little bit if you want.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna drop down so you can get some more
Okay.
people up.
Okay, I appreciate you, Golden. Thank you. Okay. Hey, Gigi, how are you?
Hi, Diana. How are you?
I'm great. Welcome
Can
to
you
the.
hear me?
I hear you fine. You sound great.
Okay. This is my first time on here, so thank you so much for having me and for your platform. I love it so much.
Welcome.
But I wanted to sort of touch on sort of Tisha and Kiki in terms of just their dynamic. It
Mhm.
appears to me as if like that's not the first time that's ever happened with them. There's something about Tisha's sort of behavior when she's around Kiki sometimes where she becomes quite childish.
Mhm.
So it's almost like it's a competitive, and I'm not sure if Kiki's older than her,
Mhm.
but I believe maybe she is, right?
I
But
think.
there's something about her that goes into this teenage mood or
Mhm.
mode every time that she's around her. And then the other thing that I've noticed is it's really interesting because this is the first time on television, not the first time, but like in a while where you're watching someone's recovery journey, right? Especially within the Black community, and knowing that there's an opioid crisis
Correct.
in mostly Western,
Correct.
like this part of the world, right?
Opioid crisis and the faces that they show don't look
Yes,
like ours. And this is,
yes,
I know a lot of people are, we have to embrace the fact that we're a part of some of these struggles because when there was a crack cocaine epidemic, it was put in jail, lock them up. This is something different.
that's right. But just the ways in which they even portray Kiki in the sense that, I mean, every reaction she has is because she's probably high. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and it's such a negative, um, they're giving it such a negative connotation, right? It's like they're playing all the stereotypes
Correct.
that, do you know what I mean? And I think that
You're
there
right.
is a problem with that because, like I said, so many Americans, or as I'm currently outside of America, but so many Americans are dealing with this issue. And you would think that because in our community, right, this doesn't get a lot of face, that they would show it in a different light. So
Mhm.
it's really for me disappointing to see the ways in which they're choosing to show this as if for me personally, if I was in the shoes of Tisha, I would have just told her, hey, don't talk to me, right?
Mhm.
But sitting there and laughing, speaking over somebody, like, I mean, anybody who is reactive and not proactive would have reacted to that because that's like you could tell it's a familial place that they both have been where it's like you're gonna get on my nerves and I'm gonna hit you, and if I don't hit you then I'm gonna throw something at you, right? So I'm not saying it was right, but
No.
certainly you could tell that because they're family and they probably grew up together, it's a place that they've been before, and it's a place that they're both kind of comfortable with, even though it made us probably uncomfortable. But yeah, I just wanted to point that because I think a lot of times people think passive aggression is
Mhm.
not aggression, but it is aggression, right? Like
Oh God, you just spoke a word. Thank
yeah, because
you.
I do think
Thank
that if
you.
you look at the amount of women who are being abused by men, right? Using those same type of tactics. Like, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to hit you. But trust me, I'm going to say things under my breath. I'm going to bring you down. I'm going to break your spirit every chance that I get, right? But because there are no physical wounds, and that's what society will do, right? Society has a way of telling us that unless it's a physical reaction, that's when it's wrong, right? Because it's punishable by law. But how often is emotional abuse something that we really talk about? And you can tell that that is what they've done to her, and maybe it's a trigger for her, and so she reacted in that sense. Not saying that that's right at all, but I just do think that that's something that we need to sort of talk further about within our community, because I do think that for us as Black women, that's a way that we've been those
100%.
are some of the tactics that have been used to bring us down or to limit us. So
Bring us
I
down.
wanted to, yeah.
control us.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do whatever you think you
Yeah.
want to do and say to me, and I'm supposed to sit here because
That's right.
you have to put your hands on me, but you are
Yeah.
attacking me in every single other way, and it
Yeah.
is just as abusive. And everything that you said is dead point on
Yeah.
GB. I'm happy you came up for the first time today to say it.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll come back on
I
another
hope
time.
you
Thank
do.
you. All right. God bless
Okay.
you. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Miss Hannah Grace, what is up? How are you, honey?
Hey, how's it going, Diana and panel and guests? I agree with what the caller just said. However,
Uh-huh.
with the only thing, can you hear me?
I hear you fine. Yeah.
Great. Only thing I'm saying is this is where self-control comes in.
Okay. Okay.
In my opinion, Kiki got completely off. They threw her off. She wasn't prepared. No
Okay.
self-control. And I don't care.
Mhm.
Yeah, she should have known exactly what Letitia and Marcel were doing. Everybody else knew. We knew that when he wasn't looking at her, he just continued to talk, to smoke his cigar, and Letitia just continued to laugh and ask Maurice for the cars and ignore her. And when she did not hug her when she first came up, that should have triggered something in Kiki right now and say, "Okay, I'm not going to buy."
We forget that they're on a set. Even though this is reality TV, they're on a set. And I could tell that they were forced to sit at that table. Kiki probably wanted to leave. Maybe Tisha definitely did leave. When she hugged Amin and then Kiki bent down to hug her, she got up and ran off. But production might have said, you get back to the table. This is a scene that we are filming. Because I feel like we can tell production is different this season. As opposed to other seasons where they said they can tape or not tape. They could, choose to engage with people or not engage. Marcel and Tisha sat at the table and they were going to film a completely different scene than Kiki. She was sitting there too, but they were like, you do whatever. You can act a damn fool all you want to. You can curse. You can call our name out loud directly. You can spell it, but we're not going to talk to you. And she felt provoked. That's my feeling. I know a lot of people feel differently. So you know what, Hannah, let me do a poll because I need to do these polls real quick. That you guys were divided in the comments for my review that I dropped last night or earlier this morning, actually. But if you feel like Kiki was provoked, like it was passive aggressive behavior. I know there was a lot of divide between who was it? Portia and Kenya, because people felt like Portia was provoked. And in fact, the entire cast said, we were sitting right beside it. Y'all should have shut it down. And if you fire Portia, we quit. Everybody just said they were going to quit that day. And they kept Portia on the show because of that. She was gone. So that is how she got to stay. But if you guys feel that Kiki was provoked, then put a 2 in the chat. And if you feel like she wasn't, like she should have had a little more self-control, some restraint, put an 8 in the chat. Okay, look, listen, y'all be coming with all the 2s. I didn't say 2,220 something. I said just a 2. Just a 2.
Sorry.
That's okay, honey. I'm just laughing. I'm just being funny. I'm not being mean to you. Okay, so far only 1 8, y'all. 2 8s. Okay, so it looks like the 2s have it. 2s are winning. They're saying that they just felt like she was provoked. Even though I understand nobody is wrong here. Oh, Nola Darling's at 8. She said, am I the only 8? Nobody's wrong here. I just wanted to see how you guys felt about it. Because I also put up a post just a little bit ago that said, there is a fight at every cookout. That's true for me. I've not seen a cookout where there was not an argument. Maybe not physical, but people definitely had some words. But yes, I felt like that was normal. And that was my normal. So what I saw, I felt was my normal. But anywho, I'm sorry, Miss Hannah. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. No, there's no question she was provoked. But what I'm saying is she overreacted to Marcel and Letitia's tactics. She knew exactly what they were doing. Everybody else knew. And so here's the thing for me. It's like she knew exactly what was going on. She knew the backstory. It wasn't that they had a threesome that Letitia and Marcel was concerned about getting out. What they were concerned about getting out was the information that pissed Bugs off. Yes, he got upset about the allegation, but he really got pissed off about Marcel taking his money, allegedly, and not completing that barbershop. That is where it all stems from, if you ask me. So that is what they didn't want to get out.
So I'm going to say we're going to just kind of be careful not to use their names because they weren't used on the show. We don't want to say their names here. I'm going to make sure I block that out. But yeah, so I hear what you're saying. It gets deeper, right? It definitely gets deeper. But either way, when Tisha was sitting at the table, her reaction was to Marceau cheating, allegedly being cheating. So her reaction to Kiki was, I can't believe you're telling the story yet again when I have asked you not to speak about my marriage or to put rumors out there about my husband cheating. Like we all, I started the beginning of my review saying this has been an ongoing storyline since season 1 when Martell, nobody else, Martell said it's not like y'all haven't had 20-something women. And that was when Maurice and Kimmy were just weeks away from getting married. That announcement came out, right? So with that being said, and even Carlos saying, well, we're going to kill the storyline for them to bring it back up and for us to be here, because in real time, with everything you just said, Miss Hannah, in real time, we have been watching the storyline play out since, I won't even say storyline. We've been watching it play out online since May, like early May, all the way until right now. Wanda is still online, windmilling for Tisha and Marceau and trying to say this never happened, even though Tisha and Marceau they've let it go. They're not responding to it, at least not publicly on platforms anyway.
So they're letting what go? The allegations about that
They're not
Kiki.
responding. Yeah, they're not responding to the allegations that there was anything going on.
Right. And that's fair because but here's the other thing. If Carlos said that they were through with the cheating allegations, then I think that he was talking about the ones that they first had out. Now these are new ones. So hey, it came up. Hey, it's open now. But again, Kiki, when Melody asked Kiki, did she think that it was true? She said no, she didn't think it was true.
She did. You're right.
And then she said when Melody asked her about whether she think Marceau cheated, she said, well, I don't know. So she asked her 2 separate questions. But either way, the only thing I was concerned about is that Kiki know how Marceau is. She already said he was manipulative. She knows that. Everybody on the show and everybody else can see his tactics. They know. But I think Letitia played into that game. Everybody think, like Kiki said, everybody think Letitia is so soft and she's quiet and she's this humble person. No, she said Letitia will fight you. She know Letitia's behavior. She know her character and she knows what she was dealing with. That's why she got, and I think that's the other reason she really got upset with Letitia. Again, because and it really, I don't really know, because I don't see her getting that upset about what was going on at that table, because she could have still told her story right there to Stormy. Look, Stormy. And then the other thing that I wanted to discuss is Letitia and Marceau talking about people, coming after their marriage and after their business and after them personally. And that narrative must stop, Letitia and Marceau. They may be doing it, but y'all putting the information out there, and it's not like you all didn't do it to other people. It's fair game. And I mean, all that, what they really upset, in my opinion, is about all of the business deals that's under investigation or that they are having a problem with, and they're supposed to be these upstanding business people. And then the other girl allegedly came out last week and said they even stole her idea about the Black Expo. So it's all going to come out in the wash. So if it don't come out in the wash, it'll come out in the ringer. And hopefully they will learn, because Melody told her, look, when they had that what was it, a coffee, when were at the coffee house, she told her, look, I'll give you your receipts when you're ready. Now Melody ready to give them some receipts. And she don't mind talking about it.
She's
So
getting
here we
the
go.
receipts. That's right. That's right, child.
Maybe she thinks she's ready. Okay. All right. Have a great one. Take
appreciate
care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Ty, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome up, child. I know
I'm a
you have
little,
plenty to say.
yeah, I'm a little under the weather, so excuse my voice. Hello, all the ladies.
Oh, hold on.
Um,
I don't have the, I think, excuse me, is this Tonya? Tanya?
yes,
I'm
yes.
I'm going to have you put your mute back on. I meant to speak with Ty. She's the next one up, and then you're after
Okay,
her, okay? But just a few
okay,
minutes.
no problem.
No problem. Okay,
Okay.
thank you, honey. Hey, Ty.
Hey Diana, can you hear me?
I hear you great.
Okay, so I was in mid smoke, so I'm glad she said something because I almost choked. So look, how you doing? You all right? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I'm okay. How are you?
Okay, I'm doing well. I want to say this. You got one of the littest groups on Facebook. You hear me? I be laughing my ass off at them people up in there. I love that group.
Me too. Okay.
Okay.
I love my Facebook group too. You guys, the link should be in there, but if you don't see the link, just type in Diana Rozay Real Talk. That's my Facebook group. And child, when I tell you, sometimes they run me out of there. So it's definitely lit.
Oh yeah, baby, I love that group.
lit.
Okay. I want to say, I don't want to, like, first of all, hi panel, hi chat, everybody that's watching. I don't want to like say somebody's name, so I'm gonna say the person that talked. Maybe you could remember, but I can't see the names on this phone, so I don't know. But somebody said that they felt like it was wrong for Kiki to snatch the cards out of, everybody's hand. Well, Stormy.
Stormy's
Oh,
hand.
that's who she snatched the cards out of Stormy's hand?
Yeah, it was out. So Marcel was acting like he was playing because he definitely wasn't playing.
No, he wasn't playing.
Clubs or something.
I'm glad she snatched them out because they act like they couldn't hear. So let's get it together. But I wanted to say that I'm gonna get back to that. But I'm disclaimer. I don't like Stormy. I don't like Tish. I don't like nobody on that show but Kiki and Melody. I'm putting Nell on the side bench right now. I'm gonna let her wait it out for a second. I got to see something.
Okay.
Now, I really wish Stormy wouldn't have took that turn that she took with Melody, because she could have been like real funny or something for the show, right? She went from sound bowls and smoke to trying to fight with Mel and all that other stuff. However,
really trying to figure herself out on the show.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm enjoying Courtney. Courtney's funny.
Okay, so that's why that's what I was getting ready to say. That scene with her and Courtney. Look, I don't care what reality TV on. Courtney is not with the bull crap. You feel me? Like, he's really not for the bull crap.
Right.
And
I remember that scene at least 3 times because I was like, this is a real conversation your husband.
Right. He was not with the TV cameras trying to play no fake. So I appreciated that.
Yeah.
That part of the scene. But the Dark Wayne Duck comment, they was laughing too hard. It wasn't even that damn funny to me. Oh my God, the Tisha and Marcel. Lord, that girl was crying so hard. I was like, girl, knock it off. You always want to talk about somebody coming for your marriage. You didn't have that same energy in the previous seasons when you couldn't take your foot off of Melody's marriage. It was in every scene, in your mouth, in every scene, about what she had going on, what was going on behind the scene, who did what Martell bought, and all that other extra stuff. So now you get a little heat.
That's why Melody said, handle your scandal. Handle your scandal.
Yeah.
And number 2, where there's smoke, there's fire. Because she said that was what you gave me. That was your energy when I was going through my heartbreak. So
right. So I mean, I'm gonna need you to get it together. Are you this boss, or are you not this boss? What's really going on? Make it make sense. I know Libras are unbalanced. Shout out to all the Libras out there. But however, Tisha be trying to play this victim like she just this innocent person and she never do nothing to know. I couldn't believe she said something like that, girl. Have you not watched the previous seasons that I watched?
Yeah, listen, that's what make this entire so far. We are only 6 episodes in, and I think we get 15 this season, like we did last time. But if we are 6 episodes in, and this is what's happening with Tisha and Marcel, this is crazy because we haven't seen it happen like this before. We've been, on the internet talking about it like this, but the way the show is actually saying, okay, let's play this out.
Okay.
Those 1 through 5, these two were talking about everybody's business.
Right. Everybody's business. Everybody. They had their 15-year perfect marriage, remember?
We don't know what these people do. And then all of a sudden we get a scene where she's crying, talking about it was a mistake. I can't take it. What are you doing? Either you're standing in it or you're not. You don't do that. That was something different. And I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I appreciate production from running back these previous scenes, from different seasons to verify what has happened and what has been said. I appreciate them doing that. They should have been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, in this scene, earlier you said that they don't address the cheating rumors or anything no more, right?
In the reunion, the last episode of the season 5 reunion, Carlos King made an announcement to the audience and to Marceau and to the cast. We're killing the Marceau is cheating storyline. We're not chasing that anymore because we haven't found anything. And he said that he could see it was, a detriment. Tisha came up there with her little Muppets. All that stuff. So he said he was killing it. And then 4 months later,
but wait a minute now. So listen, I really don't, this is my own opinion. I don't believe they're together. I don't care what they play like. I'm looking at how they behave, their body language toward each other on the screen, right? I mean, she, I don't, and he pop on the butt. What is that?
Yeah.
Not no hug, not no it's gonna be all right, or don't worry about it. He just popped on the button, and you could tell she was like pissed off because she turned around and popped him with the little paper. Don't do that. But I thought 15, 16 years, y'all should be all right, huh?
You would think, right?
You
would think.
Okay, and Maurice and what's that?
Marceau?
Bottom T. Yeah. Okay, yeah, him. Them two?
Yes.
See them two? I'm sick of them. Marceau is very cunning. He been paying attention to the internet. So, when Maurice said, she want to get something and she don't have no hair to blow in the wind, and Marceau was like, don't say that, don't. Y'all done already joked about that. Knock it off, because it was too comfortable for Maurice to say it. It came off too easy.
That's true.
And
yes, even that, and even when he said, what are you telling me this for? I was like, y'all practice this whole thing, cut it out. But Marceau's already came out and said that there's not a scene that he does with his family that they don't talk about ahead of time.
Okay, well, good to know that part. Now, the barbecue scene, because Melody, first of all, Melody came around there with legs, baby, them shining, and she was bouncing. I was like, come on, legs for days. She looked at some good with them shorts on, shining and everything. I don't know why this little crumb snatcher keep trying to put his filthy little paws on me. I'm so glad she ain't have on a tank top. She had on a shirt with sleeves, because he would have put his hands on her 7th Avenue skin, baby. Ain't nobody got time for that. Keep your hands back. Now,
right.
When Kiki and her husband came in there, did they have drinks in their hand?
I don't remember what they had.
I don't remember that neither. I don't remember them going and getting no drink. I don't remember any of that. Somebody put that goddamn gallon of water right there.
Oh no, girl.
When Kiki flicked her wrist. You understand me?
You could tell that the scenes were edited, but you can tell it was edited. And so when we see it, they're just not talking to each other, because remember, Melody was sitting beside Stormy. Stormy was at the other table. Then she moves, and then you could just see that they were arranging things. That's why I said production made them have that conversation.
Okay, I agree with you on that, because she came back to the table too fast after she called herself trying to curb Kiki. That was so childish to me. It's like, I mean, you claim you're a boss, and this and that and the third. Why you can't have a conversation like a boss?
Mm-hmm.
This let me know that she is still in the same place. She just fake it to make it with Melody. She's still in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And also too, one of the panelists said that Kiki overreacted, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember this family. They got a history that we don't know, that we didn't see. And you're right. This is a scene that they got to set up, right?
For sure.
So
Mm-hmm.
when Tisha said on that reunion stage, if you know something, bring it to me, let me know. Even though that probably was a lie. She was just saying that for the cameras or whatever. So when Kiki thought about a way to bring it to Tisha, told her, come on over here, let you get the information for yourself, firsthand. She didn't want to do that. I agree with you. I think Marcel had something to do with her not going over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to talk to you or whatever, didn't already told us we got to do this scene. So if you don't want to talk, let's get active. That's how I look at it. Let's get active.
Mm-hmm.
And for Marceau to say, call the police, a drug test her, call the police or something like that, that was very disrespectful. This is why y'all don't have nothing going on positive and nothing good gonna come to y'all. You can't sit here and claim you don't want nobody in your business, but you out here just down in somebody else's business.
Yes. Yeah, listen, everything you said, child, I agree. It was something to watch. It was something to watch because there is one family that is really pushing out a narrative about stuff. And it's like, okay, she's trying to get her footing. She wants to be on the show. Y'all didn't want her to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can just tell she's just trying to figure herself out. And
they're really trying to ice her out, Diana. They don't want her to get that shine. And I could see it. That's how that family operate. Tisha's supposed to be the only one on there. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not working out like that for her. It's not working out like that for her, and it's good. Sit your ass on the side somewhere. You and your little fake ass husband in y'all businesses. Your husband out here talking about throwing stuff at the wall and it ain't sticking shit. Ain't nothing you got sticking but this goddamn hole in the wall you got over here.
Listen, you ain't never lied, child. You telling all facts. Telling all facts.
All right, so I think that was it. Oh, and one more thing, that Destiny thing, I don't care about her. If anybody see her, y'all call and get that $1,000. Okay?
Poor Destiny.
Yeah, baby, call and get that 1,000. You hear me?
Okay.
She better be lucky she ain't around me. All right, I'm going back to the comments. I got you on my Roku, I got you on my phone, and I got you on my laptop. I'm all over right now.
Okay. I appreciate you. You have a great one. Thank you for coming up, and you always are welcome. So you know that. Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey, Tanya. Am I saying your name right? Is it Tanya or Tonya? Tonya.
It's Tanya.
Tanya.
My mother spelled it crazy, but it's Tanya.
It's Tanya.
How y'all doing?
Tanya. Welcome.
Yeah, I got a little cold, so excuse me.
That's okay. That's fine.
First, I want to take y'all back a little bit. On the first reunion, right? Martel was whispering in Melody ear something. And when the lady that was hosting the reunion was like wanting to know what's going on, he was saying that he knew that Marcel was cheating. Tisha asked him, well, how do you know? Was you there? And he said, yes, I was. After he said that, she didn't reply. She said, oh, okay. And then she said, well, didn't he say that Melody wanted you to go out? I'm sorry.
No, she almost cried. Yeah. She almost cried. And Marcel sitting beside her, just a straight lace. And he was like, Tisha, don't you do it. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So then she looked at him. She didn't address Martel anymore. She looked at her husband and said, didn't he tell you that she wanted you to take her out? That's when it kind of went downhill for her. Melody like really went far, because right away you told the audience and you told the people out there on the stage, the people in the audience where they were at, that Melody wanted to like get her husband. Like she switched that whole thing around. Martel is the one who initiated her husband was a cheater. Melody said nothing, but she blamed Melody for the whole thing. So I look back today and say, she said to Kiki if you want, if there's anything out there, you come and you talk to me. A couple of months ago, I heard on another content creator show that Stormy is the one who told Kiki about the whole hairdresser and the threesome. So when Stormy was sitting there looking real stupid in the face, it was only because she knew that she had told Kiki and didn't want Kiki to blast. Well, I got it from Stormy, but I followed up with, the guy.
Okay.
And that whole thing was crazy. So, I don't know if people listen to other, content creators, but that's what I heard it on 2 months ago.
Okay.
Then I listened to Wanda. I don't know if y'all caught her live, and she was busy saying how this was Mel and Kiki fault, and Mel was the whole ringleader of the whole thing. I just thought it was crazy. This is a crazy ass show. I'm really sick of it. I hope that they go all out, so this can be the last run of it. But if not, I will still be watching though, even if
Don't keep watching it.
even if it don't, I'll still watch. But I'm just saying,
don't watch
and
it.
then
It hurts you now.
exactly. And then another thing is, Maurice and Kimmy, I seen them on something one night, middle of the night. I fell on a remote and they was on somebody's panel. I think they planned to talk about all this. I think she did go through the cancer thing, and I'm sorry she went through that. I lost my aunt months ago with that. But I think that they planned to talk about it, but in the way they talking about it to get them a storyline, because neither one of them has anything really going on. So it just leaves them where they have something to talk about. But I think that it made people look at the show. I know they don't like.
Uh-oh, you're going out. Hey, Tanya, I lost you. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay.
Very, very uncomfortable to watch, him say the things he said, especially, how serious cancer is. I think we're in Cancer Aware Month. And, so that part was sad.
Yeah, we're not far away from that storyline for him to be making these jokes. In my
yeah, it's like, I mean, come on. And then another thing is when Mel came in with that shirt on, I said to myself, it's going down tonight.
Okay.
We didn't get the previews of what was going to take place. I knew automatically when she came with the shirt, like, I'm on wherever y'all on tonight. That was hilarious. I thought that was funny. And then so that's basically about it. I'm back on it. I love all the ladies and what they had to say. I like Hannah Grace, so I was with her, but Kiki was provoked. I really feel like that. And I feel like if you're sitting across from me and when I'm trying to have a conversation, trying to make things right, the way she ignored her and kept Mari, if she would have said it too many times that I was there, I probably would have slapped her. Forget the whole water thing.
Yeah,
my patience is minimal. But I love you there, Zay. I didn't hear you for a couple of days and I was like, what is going on with my girl? I was panicking. I said,
nope,
she ain't got no sick.
Sister came to visit me and I had every intention to do a video, but then we started going out. We were shopping. I was posting stuff on my IG that we had went to look at Christmas stuff. And then on Sunday we went to see Tony. So
I do mines in October.
Yeah. So see,
I do mines in October as well.
I love you guys.
Yeah, so that's smart. I tell people November and December, I don't know nothing about it. But yeah, one other thing,
yes,
I seen something with Stormy.
Tanya, we losing you. We don't have your audio is going in and out. I don't know if you want to drop.
Stormy could have been the star of the show. I think Mel was put her in position so if she exit out, Stormy would be the star of the show. But she, she dropped the ball. And I wish Destiny was near me. I'll call $1,000.
Okay.
And that's it.
I appreciate you, honey. Come back, okay? Come back later. Oh, your mic is going out. All right. So we're going to move on to Mel B. Mel B, what is up? How are you? Welcome to the
fine. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Hey.
Yeah, this is my second time here.
Yes, I remember you.
Okay, good. Yes, I have a couple things to say. Okay. Firstly, Stormy, right? Stormy and Tisha with the shipping policy. When she was talking to Courtney, she told him that Tisha copied and pasted it and she didn't proofread it or whatever. And Tisha could have called her and she would have helped her. But when this was going down, Stormy was on Twitter throwing shit. No, Stormy was on Instagram or whatever it is, throwing shade on Melody when she thought Melody was copying her, talking about Melody was white labeling, and she thought Melody was copying her when she was doing her son's baby line or whatever.
Okay.
So she was up in arms when she thought that somebody was copying her. And now she had legitimate proof that Letitia is copying her. And she was like, oh, well, I like helping people. She should have called me. I would help her. That alone signaled to me that she and Letitia was working together. You can't be upset with somebody you think is copying you, and now you have legitimate proof, and you're like, it's okay. So I believe that the conversation that she and Courtney was having was like Courtney was saying, well, you send the stuff to Letitia, so why didn't she proofread it? She should have proofread it before. That's what I got.
Okay.
That's what I got.
It over there. Why didn't you proofread it? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got. So it was I believe there and there that they are working together.
Okay.
Maurice, I loathe, I detest, I despise Maurice. I can't stand him.
Okay.
Martel, I don't like him. What says bottom row? Marceau, I don't like him. But at least they have some personality. When you see Marceau on screen, you can't help but laugh. Yes, he's a manipulator, he gaslights. But when you see him on screen, especially he and Melody back and forth, you can't help but laugh because he's a bit funny. Martel, he's a bit charming. So you would, at times, Martel does have fans. He has fans based on his personality. Maurice is not charming. Maurice is not funny. Maurice is just an a-hole. I despise that man so much that if I see him in person, I may just, I can't.
We don't make you threaten. You'll be fine. Okay.
Sorry. But that's just when I see him on screen and when I hear the things that he says, that's the type of feelings that he makes me have. Because, I mean, you are not sympathetic to your wife. Come on. And he just goes on, and I don't like Maurice. Right? The issue about talking about cheating rumors, I saw some people saying about they shouldn't talk about it. I saw some things on Twitter, and I'm thinking to myself, the foundation of Love and Marriage Huntsville is where you have the cast talking about cheating rumors, because, and I saw that on your show, Diana. Episode 1, season 1, Kimmy was the one, first episode, Kimmy was the one that brought out that there were cheating rumors about Martel. She's the very first episode. And then to go back to the reunion, and it was said that they had a meeting, excluding Melody, they had a meeting and they said, we are not going to discuss XYZ. Kimmy was part of that meeting, but yet Kimmy came on in the first episode and she said that there are cheating rumors about Martel. So to me, Kimmy has always been a snake. You are part of the meeting. We decided that we're not going to talk about this, but as soon as the camera roll, you start talking about Martel cheating rumors, right? So that's Kimmy. Kiki.
So I want to say, I know this story has come out a couple of times, but what they ended up sharing collectively, and I think there was like an after special that came out right after first season. When first season came out, it was hot as a rocket. They did a special where the cast just talked about what was going on, and Melody shared that her and Martel were actually going through a divorce, or had separated, did not want to do the show, and that Carlos King had talked her into moving forward. And then also, I believe they said they didn't want to talk about the cheating rumors, but production said Melody and Martel are talking about it, so you have to talk about it. So they were forced to do it because they said it's already out there. If you guys had a pact not to, they're already talking about it, so now we would like for you to talk about it. That's how it came out, but it's edited in a way that make it look like Kimmy brought it out. but it sounds
Okay.
like they had already agreed to do it. They just didn't share with their coworkers.
Because
That's what it sound like.
okay, because I was of the impression that, remember, Martel never wanted that to get out. It was Melody that gave it light. Melody that said, okay, this is what is happening. I'm getting phone calls. If Melody pretended to be like Kimmy and Tisha and said, no, that is not happening, my husband is not cheating on me or whatever, that's just a rumor, it wouldn't have.
I think they had the show, and then if you know, Melody to this very day said once she committed to the show, she said she was just going to tell the truth. She didn't want anything coming for her. So she said,
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that Melody is the one that brought it to light, because if she was pretending to be like Tisha, then this thing wouldn't have gone further. So people were saying that on another point, people were saying that Melody she doesn't have a marriage and misery loves company, and whatever, she was with Martel, whatever. Melody was transparent. If she wanted her marriage and she wanted to pretend to be like Tisha and said that is not going ahead or whatever, because Martel was the one that's sticking to it and said, no, I'm not cheating, because I remember he said to her, you're the one that brought this to TV or whatever, you should have kept your mouth shut or something like that. And she said you should have kept your peen in the household. So Melody, without Melody giving the cheating rumors validity, this thing would have never became what it became. It's Melody that made it a story. Right.
She had decided, and rightly so, good for her, because it would have been horrible. She would not be where she is right now if she allowed someone else to control her destiny.
Exactly. Unlike Tisha, who hears about it and she just keeps her head in the sand. Kiki and Tisha, the strategy of them talking over her, I found that to be so ridiculous. I didn't see that as a strategy. I found it to be so childish. I found it to be so childish. If I were Tisha, what I would have done, I would have taken Kiki and brought her to the side, and we would have a conversation one-on-one. And I would have dead the conversation right there and said, well, I spoke to Marceau and that is not true and whatever. That's how I would have handled it, right? If I want Marceau to cheat in peace or whatever, I would have brought Kiki to the side, have a conversation with her and give her what kind of BS excuse, and dead it right there and there. But to me, Tisha, if any cheating rumors or if anything were to be revealed that Marceau is cheating, Tisha would leave the show of embarrassment, because based on how she treated Melody, what she said to Melody, they do not want that conversation to be played out on the screen at all. She didn't want Kiki to say anything, so she was trying to overtalk her so Kiki would not get a chance to say the story. But that didn't work. That just provoked Kiki. That didn't make sense. Take Kiki, bring her aside, talk to her as normal, and say, well, no, that is not true. I talked to Marceau, I talked to Jasmine, we had a conversation, and whatever lie you could come up with, and kill it dead and there. This BS about trying to overtalk. Marie is the cards. I mean, that was so ridiculous. I'm like, what am I watching? Is this a comedy show? That was ridiculous. Right? It's very ridiculous.
It definitely struck everyone differently. Melody. That's why I wanted to know how you guys felt about it, because I was like, some people, this might be regular fare for the barbecue. This is what happens. And for others, it just felt like, maybe a little bit wonky. But if you guys go back and watch the Galentine episode where Tisha is, got her whatever team wifey shirt on, and she came in there ready to tell everything kind of thing with Melody. Melody is sitting at the table. Tisha and Kimmy, and the way Destiny was making these faces, you could tell that Tisha was mad that Melody had a pact that Melody and Martel decided to, we're gonna tell our story. Whatever Tisha's and Kimmy's secrets were, they still didn't want to tell them. And they felt like they were betrayed. That's what it came across, like, we're betrayed because you guys broke the pact. You told your story and we didn't want to tell ours. And now people are combing through ours because Martel put it out there. It was Martel that put it out there, though it was not Melody. Yep.
Okay.
So that's 100%. But anywho, Thank you, Mel B. I'm happy that you came back for the second time. Hopefully, we get you up here for a third time.
No
Y'all,
problem.
we're only 6 episodes in, so we still got a lot of the season left. And so far, so good for me. Okay.
All right.
I appreciate you so much. So I'm going to
No
get to
problem.
Courtney Clark. I'm going to have you close out. Okay, Courtney.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me up. I've been waiting on your commentary. I just love your commentary. I'm always posting in your group.
I see.
I've enjoyed the panel. Everybody had amazing perspectives. And
Wonderful.
I just wanted to come up and say, I honestly don't like how they're doing Kiki.
Okay.
Even production, I just don't like it. I'm a child of a drug addicted mother. So my son is about 16, so I say my mom has been about 17 years clean. So being that I've dealt with this before, it's hard for me to watch because I remember, like, as I got to be an adult, me and my mom would bump heads sometimes, but we would bump heads just because, I wasn't always raised by her, and and I'm an adult, and it's us getting to know each other again, those type of things. So she would always say, my mom, I remember her one time we had a spat and she cried and she was like, y'all are never going to forgive me for my past, y'all are never going to forgive me. And I told my mom, I said, no, you have to forgive yourself, because I've never brought it up. I never bring my mother's addiction up as a weapon, to her. And I think that was an epiphany for her, because she had to realize that she was the one that would always revert back to her addiction. And so watching Kiki, being that she was someone that fought through an addiction, it has to already be mentally hard to be sober and remember maybe some of the actions, some of the things, that you lost along the way because of addiction. It has to already be mentally hard to carry that weight every day. So as your family, you should be able to go to your family, and unconditional love is a real thing. You should be able to go to your family and receive that love. We should not be talking about what you did. It's over. Let's push forward. I want to see what you gonna do from this day forward. I want to see how resilient you are. You know what I mean? And it's just hard to watch them. Kiki can have if she has an ache, they calling her a crackhead. She has a bad attitude, a bad day, she's a crackhead. If she gets smart, if she stumbles over her word, that's the drugs, and it's like the fans are even doing that. And I think it's so wrong that we have not even been given a real chance to get to know her as Kiki. We're only getting to see she's an addict, she's a former addict, she's an addict, and that's not fair. It's not fair at all. And it's just like people can always drag her for her reactions, and then the first thing they do is call her a crackhead or a drug addict or something. And it's just, to me, it's not fair. And I think as her family, I think that speaks volumes about Tisha and Marceau. I think as her family, people that should be cheering her on, people that should be, happy, even if y'all do bump heads, people that should be happy for her, they're the main ones bringing her down, and we're seeing her reaction, and people are saying it's not right. It may not be right to you, but you can't really always tell people how to react to disrespect. And it's just like, I think I don't like how they're doing that. I don't like how they're letting it be. Let the lady show who she is as a person, as a mother, as a wife, whatever endeavor she has. We have not seen that. All they do is call her crackhead like every episode. And it's sad. And I just wanted to make mention of that. That's one of the main things that I've noticed watching this show, that Kiki has never really had a real opportunity, because they don't want Kiki to talk. They've already diminished her character to just an addict.
Yeah.
So whatever she says, you can't believe no addict. So don't believe nothing she's saying, basically.
We're the same on Saturday. First, I want to say this to you. I think you. Hold on 1 second. You got a little bit of feedback.
Okay.
Okay. So I just want to say to you first that I appreciate you sharing that story. Thank you. Let me take this picture down. Thank you for sharing that personal story. It is wonderful that we can watch these TV shows and then people can share. It helps open people's mind. I tried to say something similar, not that I had that experience, but just say, listen, for me, I could tell that she is trying to redeem herself with this group of people. She's trying to redeem herself, and they're not letting her do that. And I could sense it. I felt it. I felt bad. I was like heartbroken watching it. It was entertaining, but at the same time, I could see the heartbreak with her, and her heartbreak turned into anger and frustration. And that's how it came out in the scene. To me, that's my opinion, even if people feel differently. And I could also see Tisha trying to do what she was being asked to do, or, Marceau told her to do, because it didn't seem like her personality. She's doing the giggle and all that stuff. But when Kiki got it all out, she was broken as well. So that was what I was trying to say. But I love when you guys are able to come up and share your personal stories and relate it to the show, because that's what reality TV actually is, if it's done right. So I appreciate that, Courtney. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And then I just want to say, I think like the Scots 1.0 and 2.0, I honestly, for me as a viewer, I think it's time one of them goes. If you look at the scene, at the barbecue, they were calling Reese the whole time, Reese, trying to involve him in whatever was going on. And then as soon as, stuff hit the fan, they run over to Kimmy and Maurice. It's like, it's always going to be for against whoever. And it's not fair. It's really not. I don't care which one of them go, honestly. I don't like neither one of them. All of them could go, but it's time to replace one of the Scots with, or reduce their role and give somebody else like another couple the leading role, because it's just not fair. Anybody that goes against one of them, you have to go against the other three as well.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say the thing with Tisha and Marceau, I wanted to take out the violins, like, girl, like, cry me a river, because about time somebody holds you to the fire. You talked about everybody. Y'all are always doing shady business. So what do you expect? I think her and Stormy are lying about the website. I feel like they work together. It just, something about that, how they're both explaining it, I didn't buy it. The casino event, we all saw that raised no money. So I don't know why they're trying to act like, somebody may have called. I don't know, but the simple fact is they didn't raise any money to produce the casino night anyway. So it's just like, whatever, the Scots, I'm just sick of them. Somebody needs to go. And again, I just love your commentary. Thank you for letting me up on your panel. And I look forward to you putting the ratings, because I feel like the ratings are going to go up. So I can't wait till you post that so I can see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you. I know you're in my Facebook group too. So thank you to everybody. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you sharing your story. I'm always impressed. I am always impressed by everyone who come up on the panel and share their opinions. 100%. You guys are amazing to me. I'm even though, I've never met y'all, I always feel like I'm in really good company, and that you guys are like really smart. When I'm watching or reading the comments on Facebook, or even here on YouTube, I am so impressed with the comments, like how you guys write. Some of you should be like Nobel, Peace Prize award winner type writers, to be honest. But you guys are really, really brilliant. So thank you for coming up, for sharing your opinion on my channel of all things. And yeah, we're going to do it again, of course. I am still reviewing Kiki Wyatt's World. I'm going to have a review up, if not tonight, tomorrow. That will be for episode 2. So remember that. Kiki Wyatt's World. It's a really good show. I like it. And what else am I reviewing? I think Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is coming up tomorrow. The new episode airs tomorrow. And then we are going to be blackety black on Sundays, okay, with Married to Medicine. Real Housewives of Potomac will still have Love and Marriage Huntsville, if I'm not mistaken, and some other things. So you guys, thank y'all for tuning in. As always, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell. Oh, I forgot to thank to my mods. Thank you to my mods. And if you are in the chat right now, please hit me up on IG. I would like to get something out to you guys for all of the help that you've, done for me this year. So please hit me up and IG, send me a message, and we'll get some things taken care of. And then, yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. Good night.